Hello then, I hope you're doing well. Here's a quick guide on how to complete the Veles Labyrinth Lost Sector solo and flawless on expert difficulty. Timestamps are in the description below. This sector can be found in the Cosmodrome. If you spawn in the steps, you can drive all the way through to the other side until you reach the Moth Yards. Stick to the right side of the Moth Yards until you reach this path that leads through the mountains. Follow it onto the other side, take a right turn and keep going until you reach this ship. If the flag is locked or if it isn't there, you will first need to complete the sector normally in order to unlock the higher difficulties. This sector contains unstops and barriers. The threat is arc and there are 2 arc shields and 1 solar shield at the end. During the recording of this video, the surges were arc and void. That might be different for you. The surges are on a weekly rotation, so always double check if the surges are matches subclass or weapons of the same element to deal extra damage. Moving on to loadouts. I ran the sector on all 3 characters and these are the loadouts I used. For barriers, I ran Wish Ender, Sovereignty, and Volatile rounds on the Void machine gun. For unstops, I ran the Enigma, Leviathan's Breath, and Riptide. Remember that you won't be able to use Volatile on machine guns if you have a seasonal anti-overload machine gun mod activated on your artifact. Now, you do not need the same weapons or armor pieces as me. This is where you can see a variety across the board to show you where you can complete the sector with anything you want and whatever you're comfortable with. Use the same loadouts and weapons or mix and match. Your choice. Now onto mods, starting with a class item. Run any of the mods to help reduce your ability regen when using different abilities. You could also run a mod's proximity ward and healthy finisher to get your health back along with an overshield when performing a finisher. For leg armor, you can run mods to help with your ability regen when picking up orbs of power. You could also run scavenger mods to pick up additional ammunition when picking up ammo bricks. For your chest armor, run a concussive dampener to help reduce incoming damage from grenades and other explosive attacks. Also run an arc resist mod because incoming arc damage is increased by 25%. If you have room, run a solar resist against the hive grenades. For gauntlets, run any mods that boost your abilities to help create orbs of power. Finally, for the helmet, I suggest you have a heavy ammo finder mod for additional heavy bricks. You could also run Cypher mods for making orbs of power or run ashes to assets to get super back on grenade kills. This is what I used, so I would copy it or use it as a template to make your own. Once again, you did not need the same weapons, armor, subclasses or even mods as me to complete this lost sector. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. This strategy I'm going to show you can work in all 3 classes. Now when you spawn in, you will need to find symbols to open the doors. The first is located on the left side of the first door on the wall. Simply shoot them once with anything to open the way. Once through, directly to your right will be a cave filled with adds and a barrier champion. Half of them are thrall that will rush you, but a well-placed grenade will take out the vast majority of them, leaving the barrier alone for an easy kill. At the back of the cave is the next symbol they need to shoot to open the doorway behind you. Shoot it and turn around to proceed further into the tunnels. From here on out, you need to find another 2 symbols that can be either on the tunnel walls or cave walls. They have multiple spawn locations, but they are always on the walls. Most of the tunnels that you enter will spawn in thrall, whilst the caves will spawn in cursed thrall, so be careful of that. I suggest you go down the first tunnel on your left and keep following that wall as it will lead to the vast majority of the tunnels and caves, so you can check them all for the symbols. Once you find the symbols, go to the first cave that you entered and run forward, following the right side wall to find the main tunnel towards the next area, but do not go too far down that next tunnel. You will be rushed by a large group of thrall, curse thrall and a barrier champion. Just stay near the top and wait for them to reach you. The barrier especially is deadly here because its explosive damage is difficult to avoid when you're in such a confined space. Once done, slowly move to the bottom entrance in case there are any remaining stragglers. On your right side will be a platform with a couple of acolytes, so clear it out and make your way up the stairs. There will be a barrier waiting for you at the very top that you can sometimes shoot from the bottom and other times it will fall back to the other side of the platform. If that happens, you will need to make your way up the stairs and simply pixel peek the top of it to shoot it. But be careful of your right side because there will be a group of thrall rushing you and an unstopped champ shooting you from the right too. If you want, take out the thrall first, then the barrier followed by the unstop. With the unstop, you can stun it and kill it from a distance or get up in his face with a fusion rifle. Just stun it before attempting to run towards it. Afterwards, you will need to deal with 2 arc knights, but you can shoot them from up top onto the ledge to your left when you lure them around the corner. Just a little further, next to the boss area will be a shrieker. Just use the right side wall for cover to pixel snipe it. You are now in the boss area and the safest place for you is here by the entrance. You will need to clear out multiple waves of enemies before the boss spawns in. Start off by eliminating the mini-boss wizard, followed by the wave of thrall and acolytes. Among them will be another 2 arc shielded knights, which you can lure all the way back to the other side of the tunnel if you need to. To the right will be a platform that the acolytes and wizards sometimes rotate to, so keep an eye on it so they don't flank you. Also around the corner to your left is a ledge which sometimes the acolytes like to hide on. Once the boss spawns in, you will be facing even more enemies, including Explosive Thrall and another wizard. Clear them out and then focus on the boss. If you use the left side wall and find the correct angle, you can hit the boss without the boss being able to hit you back. Just take your time and keep checking your right side for any ads on the platform. You could also use your super to kill it instantly and then go and open the chest. Personally, I prefer to eliminate all the enemies and leave no survivors before going for the chest. And there you have it, that's how you complete Veles Labyrinth Lost Sector solo and flawlessly on expert difficulty. If you have found the guide to be helpful, then please like, share and post a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 guides. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.